What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and this uniform pretty much brings back Beta Ray Bill to his previous glory that he had, well, a long time ago. He is insanely strong, and he actually plays really well with a proc, although I don't know if he's really going to want to play with a proc, because more than likely he'll probably be maybe a meta in ABX and ABL. Now, I know free-to-play adventures, shout out to free-to-play adventures, did a little video with level 70 tests in ABX, and it seemed like his score was, so pretty good, but not as good as maybe some other characters. So we don't really know until he's tier 4 to see what kind of damage he can actually do. But I can tell you guys, at level 80, he's a god tier character. I got another video coming up later on with Beta Ray Bill against Dormammu, and he's nuts against that boss, but he's actually pretty freaking nuts against World Boss. However, the thing about Beta Ray Bill is, once again, guys, he is an alien, right? He's a universal character. He does have a leadership tag, and he can take advantage of that leadership tag in against Dormammu, but against ABX and ABL, unless it's no restriction day, not really. And will he be better than, certain other characters on no restriction day? I don't know about all of that. Maybe, maybe not. But I can tell you he is very, very strong, right? But being an alien, it hurts him a lot in World Boss, unfortunately. He does have 6-star Mythic Urus on him. And as far as this kid, guys, his Awaken skill, I believe, is pretty much the same as what it was. His passive, they actually changed it to fire damage. So instead of lightning damage, now he's fire, which is actually pretty cool, because if you already had a judgment on this character, it's still going to work on the character. If you went from lightning to fire, it's still going to work. So that's actually really, really good. Don't have to change your obelisk if you already have a judgment on them. That's awesome. The 1, the 2, no big deal. The 3 now has a 30% heal, which is insane, on top of his heal passive. That is awesome. And he's got a 60% all attack buff. He has a 40% crit rate buff, and it lasts for 5 seconds. That is very, very good. Before, there was a damage proc on the 3rd skill in his basic kit. The 4th skill does give him a 60% attack buff, whereas before, on the 4th skill, it had a 40% attack buff with a 40% crit rate. So they kind of moved around some things, but they did add a lot of attack to this uniform. And then on the 5th skill, they actually put his damage proc on the 5th skill, whereas before it was actually on the 3rd skill, and the same size damage proc that he had before, which an increased damage by 100% for 1 attack. And his passive here is pretty much the same as what it was before. You got the insane heal when you get down to 45% HP. You have the decreased damage received by 30%. Very awesome, especially on top of the 30% heal that they gave him. He has a ridiculous amount of survivability, which is awesome. And they changed his leadership, of course, from lightning to fire damage. So now he can buff up fire allies that are universal, Ghost Rider, right? That's pretty damn cool. All right, so let's talk about his rotation, which is really, really simple. So when it comes to Beta Ray Bill, guys, if you're playing with a proc, what you want to do is you want to hit your Awaken skill first, and then you want to hit the 4, slight delay, 3, 5. So if you hit the Awaken skill, 4, and then 3, 5. And if you notice on that 4, there's a little aura, like a blue aura around Beta Ray Bill, and that's when you want to hit your 3, 5 super, super quick. So I'll show you guys again. I'll just do the 4 here. So if you notice here on the 4, watch where you see this blue aura around him. Right there, boom, and then 3, 5. And it is easy as hell. And something that I do like about Awakened characters versus tier 3s is you don't have to worry about hitting 2s and 1s and all that to try to build up the tier 3, because the Awakened skill is actually on a cooldown. No matter what you do, you have to wait for that cooldown, and that's really nice, man. It really makes it a lot easier to play characters, makes it easier to do rotations, at least on these Awakened characters, whenever you can do things like that. I wish they would have made it to where you could have canceled the Awakened skill right away and got all the residual damage from it, but really all you're doing is getting the buffs from the thing. Now, if you're playing with a Judgment or you're playing with a Rage, you're actually going to want to let that 6th skill play out. But today I'm just showing you guys with a proc, because that's actually what I got on the character. And for World Boss, guys, like either a CTP of Judgment or a proc is probably going to be pretty insane on this character, right? He's rank 5, type enhancement. He has a fully awakened Power of Angry Hawk set. He has no artifact, and his artifact, we take a look at this thing, his artifact actually does give increase all base stat by 25%. So that is nice. He just gets a solid stat buff whenever he has his artifact, which is pretty cool if you do have that thing. I did a CTP of energy on him. I don't know if this is not really an optimal obelisk on him, to be perfectly honest, guys, but it is nice to get that extra ignore dodge, although whenever he's level 80, which he is right now, that doesn't really make a big difference. In all honesty, a mighty CTP of destruction would actually be better, at least with, the amount of pierce that I have, which is 22% pierce. So if you have a lot of pierce, the mighty destruction would actually be pretty good for him, unless you're playing him in AVX and ABL. And again, I don't know if he's going to be a meta in there just yet. It's really hard to tell until characters get to be tier 4 to see really how strong they are. His uniform is at Mythic. Now the runs that I'm going to show you guys a little bit later on, his uniform is at normal. I want you to keep that in mind when you're watching those runs, because he actually would have done a little bit more damage if I'd have been running with Mythic uniform. Now his uniform effect increases damage to supervillains by 35%, and it applies to all alien allies. So he is not only an insane leadership for fire characters, but he can actually offer an extra 35% damage to other aliens. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice little thing to where, say he isn't as strong as what he was before, you can still use him maybe as a support for another alien, right, against some kind of alien stage, to where you can do a little bit more damage. So they make him a little bit versatile, which is actually really, really nice. I do like that. When it comes to his uniform options, you see the Spider-Man back to basics. We have She-Hulk, terrible, right? You have Dr. Octopus, and then you have Enchantress, and then you have Jean Grey. So some expensive options definitely in here, but Jean is still an insane character to have. So let's just see how strong Beta Ray Bill actually is. All right, so let's bring this up and let's check it out. Now this run here, right here that you're watching, he's only at level 7D, and watch how much damage he does even at level 70 against stage 75 null, right? Stage 75 null, right? Level 70, guys. He's not even level 80 in this run that you're watching. And you can see that he's already doing some pretty damn good damage, right? Really, really good damage. I'm actually very, very impressed with Beta Ray. On top of the survivability that he has, he plays really, really smooth with a proc. I mean, it is a little annoying to know that you can't let the Awaken skill play out, otherwise you'll do less damage. I actually tested it, and I definitely felt like I was doing a lot less damage whenever I let the Awaken skill play out with a proc, right? But his movement speed isn't too bad. It's not as good as Gladiator, but then again, Gladiator flies around, so it makes a little bit of sense. But still, right? Well, actually, Beta can fly around too, with the good old hammer, but I digress. We'll get away from that. But get a load of this damage, man. Watch this, boy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, look at that, man. That is almost 5 bars of damage at stage 75. Almost 5 bars of damage at level 70 against this high a level. That's pretty impressive. I gotta say, man, this dude is freaking, he's pretty damn strong, and he will melt the living crap out of Dormammu, which I'll show you guys in another video. But that is insane, guys, to be able to do this in 1 minute and 25 seconds, the first phase at level 70 is nuts, right? That is crazy. Very good, strong, lots of power. So check this one out right here. Now this is at level 80. Both of these runs are with normal uniforms, right? Neither one has a mythic uniform, right? But now look at the damage. I mean, it's just insane. It is insane how strong he is, man. It almost sucks that he's an alien, and the fact that he's a native tier 2, because he costs a lot of resources when it comes to leveling up his uniform, leveling him up. He's an expensive character, so it kind of sucks with these characters, kind of like similar to Gladiator, where you put all this investment in him, then you got to figure out, you got to weigh out whether or not is it worth it for you to go ahead and buy him. But I can tell you, man, this thing is awesome. Honestly, it's a really great uniform to have, just to have a little fun with, right? Like, this is a character that I would use on this high level over and over without even having that tier 4, because he's just flying through it. No mighties, no reforged CTPs, just a regular CTP of energy. And with a regular obelisk, guys, he would destroy the crap out of this. I guarantee it. Like, he would, man, he would. It sucks that he doesn't have ignore iframe. That's kind of a, I wish he did have it, but it is what it is. But now that's something right there. If you notice, my third skill didn't kick in. That is something that's a little annoying about him. If you're not within a certain range, the third skill won't kick in. So you always make sure that you're really close to your opponent whenever you hit that 4, delayed then the 3, 5. But that's really the only thing about Beta that I do find a little bit of annoying at times. You just have to make sure that you get close and then hit the 4, 3, delay, 3, 5, and you'll be just fine. You'll be able to do a bunch of damage, and you'll be able to get it done. But other than that, man, he's he's pretty insane. I honestly don't really have a lot of bad things to say. And there it is again, guys. The third skill. I missed it again, right? You know, we do even more damage when I was in that third skill, right? So this isn't the greatest run. I should have made sure I was a little bit closer to null whenever I did it. I actually did this run yesterday. Just recorded it on my phone, you know, and decided to go ahead and put it in my recording software here. But like he's plowing through this. He is destroying the living crap out of this. And this again is with a normal uniform. It makes me wonder how strong he would be if I was using like a mighty energy or a mighty destruction, like and with a mythic uniform. Oh my god, it'd be even better, right? I don't know. It's really sometimes hard to tell from World Boss if a character is going to be good in ABX and ABL, because we've had characters in the past that are good in ABX and ABL, but they're not the greatest in World Boss, and then vice versa, right? So we never really know until we actually can test him and play him in there. But I can tell you, this dude is strong. Against World Boss and Dormammu, he is monstrous. Very powerful character. Wow. And by the way, I waited till the cage finished because he will die. I did this run twice because the first time I died because I tried emptying the cage in the first part of the phase. But look at that, guys. Like, seriously, 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. And if I would have had a mythic uniform, if I would have played better and hit that third skill a few times where I missed it, we would have done that even faster. Probably could have done this in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That is nuts. Stage 75? Stage 75, a minute and 30 seconds? Wow. Like, that is impressive, guys. That is very, very strong. So I can't tell you. I mean, it really depends on your needs, right? Because he's an alien, it just screws him so much because you don't really get to use him in a lot of game modes. However, he could be relevant in ABX and ABL. And until people test him at tier 4 to see how he will perform, I'm not really sure if he's going to end up being the meta or not. But I can tell you guys, in wherever he's applicable in World Boss, and wherever he's in Dormammu, he will be a godly character. He will absolutely murder the crap out of all these. I mean, against Mephisto, I'm not even sure where the aliens are at. I mean, it could be universal heroes also. I mean, here we have humans. I mean, this is what I mean, guys. There's leadership tag. I mean, he can do that, but that's just stage 36. Lots of characters can do that, right? And so, again, it just comes back to, is it worth it? Does it justify leveling him up for the fact that you won't get to use him that much? But I mean, like right here, guys, you need an alien, right? You need an alien for stage 69, right? And if we bring in good old Thor, let me see if I can find old boy. Let's see. Let's put her in there. She's insane support. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and put her in there. And then let's go to my Universal and find a good old, I said Thor a while ago, didn't I? Beta Ray Bill and, I mean, physical attack isn't going to buff him up at all. It don't matter. We'll just do that. I probably should have gave some fire resist trap, but we'll see how it goes. Right? But let's see what kind of damage he does, against Mephisto in this high level, right? And now he does have a mythic uniform. Now, Mephisto kind of runs around a lot, so he'd be a little tricky, I imagine. Here we go. There we go. And... oh, not quite. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Where are you at? Okay. And I'm really just... oh my god, he already finished the first phase. Wow. Wow. Already finished the first phase. Oh my lord. Okay. Woo-wee. Now we need to get out of there. Get out of Dodge here because Mephisto gonna get crazy. Woo. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I could have done my awaken skill, but I really didn't want to. Right? I'm gonna try to use it right here if I can. Oh yeah, look at him go, guys. Look at him go. Okay, run. Whoa. Over here. Now his movement speed is pretty decent though. It's not too bad at all. Plenty fast enough to get away from his opponents, if you will. One over here. Whoa. Now I'm not going to use my awakened skill because that honestly would be a waste at this point. Watch out for the tornadoes, and let's murder, oh boy. Woo-wee, look at him go. There we go. Trying to avoid old Mephisto there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, get out of there, get out of there. There, I missed my 3, and I'm going to take a lot of damage. Woo! Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Murder, murder, murder. Woo! Look at him go, guys. There we go. I just went ahead and switched to Sif. Oh my god, he almost took him out. Whoa. Run, 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 run. Come on, come on, come on. And woo. Oh, I got hit, I got hit, I got hit, I got hit, I got hit. It's all good. It's all good, it's all good. Run, 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 run. Oh crap, we're just gonna let her die. It's all good. No big deal. And dead, right? Easy peasy, guys. Like, I just come in here, stay 69, and murder this boss like he was nothing, right? Just to absolutely destroy this guy. That is Beta Ray Bill for you. He is crazy in these game modes, man. And against bosses, man, he is wild. So, you know, as to whether or not you guys should be picking up Beta Ray Bill, I mean, I think the uniform is a good pickup. It just, I think, you know, you should weigh out the options on whether or not it's relevant for you, you know. For me, I can tell you that I'm really happy to have the uniform, but I probably won't take him to tier 4 because my objective is pushing World Boss, and I honestly don't need an alien at all to push World Boss at tier 4, at least not at this point in time, but maybe in the future I will. But for some of you, you might want this uniform, man. It is freaking insane. All that survivability, all that damage, man. Really just a win-win for Beta Ray Bill. But let me know what y'all think about Beta, and I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. The link to Twitch is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.